Hey, it's Doug from the Rise Up Gym channel. And have you ever played pickup basketball with your corporate team and try to cut on a dime like Damian Lillard only to roll your ankle and hurt yourself? Well, this is the video for you, how to rehab that and get back on track. Let's check it out. Oh! First things first, please, if you rolled your ankle, check with your doctor before you start doing any of these exercises. This is for kind of a low-level sprain, ones that are not the size of a grapefruit in the ankle, not a lot of blood, not a lot of instability. These are ones you rolled your ankle really quick and it's a little tender. You don't feel like it's unstable. You can kind of stand on it, maybe some mild pain. So these are the ones that we want to address in this video to help get you back to where you're going. What we want to address are three things: mobility, stability, and strength. And some of these exercises will kind of blur the lines between two of these, but those are the things we want to think about. One of the things you do not want to do with a low-level ankle sprain is to just sit and rest. Because what happens, everything starts getting tight, the muscles will start getting tight, the calves will start getting tight to protect the ankle from you damaging it again, but then it just causes problems down the road. We want to try to mobilize it safely. Now, things you can do are open chain, which means I am not having my foot against something, and we'll do some alphabets, or you can just kind of go flexion extension. Some people write, letters, you don't have to be specific with anything, but we want to move it around. Any type of mobility, I want to just go slow so I know what's going on in my body, and I just want to go to the area of knocking on the door of pain. And that's going to be kind of the theme of all these things. So I just want to kind of sweep around and then sweep back and back. You can go any angle, it's fair game. Other things we want to do are we'll do a closed chain activity. So that means we'll put something between the affected area, like a base. So that's just closing the chain off, fancy word for that. But I like ankle mobs a lot. I even have people that don't have sprained ankles do these a lot, especially if they don't have good dorsiflexion or bringing the knee forward. And we're just gonna do hip pulses. I'm gonna keep the hip and knee lined up, and I'm just gonna pulse forward, and I'm gonna go knock on the door of pain, so I feel a little bit there, let's say, and I'll go back. I want the heel to stay down, I don't wanna pop up. In theory, over the reps and then the days and the weeks, you should be able to gain your full mobility back without any pain, and that'll just get everything strong and moving. After that, you can go to something like a calf raise. Now, calf raise, again, blurs the line between the strength and the mobility portion. For the mobility portion, I recommend a holding or supported 2-foot calf raise, unweighted, and I'm just gonna drop down, again, as low as I comfortably can, focusing more on the affected area, and then coming upward. Once you get better with them, they'll kind of go more into the stability and strength portion where we can go supported 1-foot calf raises. Then you can go unsupported 2-foot and then unsupported 1-foot. But that would be down the road. So meet the prerequisites and then you can move on to the next one. So next we'll go into the strengthening and stabilization portion of it. Bands are great for this. So I have a lot of my athletes, if they've sprained their ankle, they'll come in and do a lot of these exercises, and then hopefully they can take them home and do them, every day a little bit. I'll try to sit on here and see if I don't fall over, but I'm gonna sit back on something and I'm gonna take a band and I'm gonna loop it around, let's say the affected foot. I like to do both, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna do gas pedal. So I'm gonna go forward and then control back, only having as much resistance as I need to strengthen the area, stabilize the area, and not have pain. So forward and back, I'll do both sides there. You can also tie it to something and then do the pulling portion. Although I feel this is pretty effective both ways, even though it's exactly not the same thing. You can also go in and out, moving around. Sometimes these smaller ones work well for that, so I'll loop around here, and then I can keep my feet supported, push out and in. If I'm doing, I can go a little bit longer if I really want to. I can do one foot and keep the other one stable or go out. It's pretty much fair game, just moving as much as you can with those bands and then just trying to be stable. So with the band, I want to make sure I control in and out. I don't want to fly around. So that's where the stability comes in. And then also you want to bring it right to the range of motion where you feel a little bit of pain and then go out. The pain should not increase as you're going along, but like I said, we just kind of knock on the door of the pain and then come back and then hopefully get a little bit stronger throughout the days and weeks. Next, for stability, we can use something like an unstable surface that we can balance on. Now, a BOSU is a great tool. I know a lot of people will bag on it for strength and conditioning. I use it a lot. It's not just for your park and rec classes. There's a lot of kind of benefit to doing something like this. Now, when we start going into more the balance and strength portion, I do recommend that you either go barefoot or in a sock or some type of flat shoe. If you want my favorite flat shoe video, you can watch it up here. But the reason is the chunky shoes or the ones with all the Air Max or the On Clouds, nothing against those things, but they're just kind of supporting too much and they're moving around where we're not getting the ankle to do the work. It's more the shoe is moving versus our ankle, and that's just not helping our stability. So when we're stabilizing, we want to have a flat shoe or shoeless. So again, you could be supported and just hang out here, 30 seconds, slight knee bend, moving around without going too crazy. Then I like to kind of take the hand away, move around and support. Then after a while, the nice thing about the BOSU is you can flip this over and you can do a flexion and extension. So most athletes, even ones that don't have injuries, I like to see if they can do this, if they can go forward and push back. So I'm plantar flexion, dorsiflexion, plantar flexion, dorsi. So I'm going a little fast, but nice and smooth plantar flexion to dorsiflexion transitions on both legs. Not only will help rehab, but it also help your mobility and stability in a healthy ankle. Okay, so now we'll go to the strength portion of it. Again, squats, lunges, all those things are great, but let's be a little specific to rehabbing a mild ankle sprain. So we're gonna do an assisted squat. You can use a TRX, which I'll demonstrate, or you can even use a post if you don't have a TRX at home. Don't go out and buy one for the sake of potentially rolling your ankle. But single leg squat. The nice thing about the TRX or a post, is it'll take away pressure from that leg. So we'll stand on one leg and we're gonna do a little single leg squat. So I'm gonna drop down. I'll try to get that shift forward, try to keep alignment, and then drive up. So again, I'll drop down, drive up. I'm in my flat shoes so I can feel everything. I want to make sure that my foot stays flat and I'm not rolling outward for balance. I'm keeping my big toe down. So dropping down, getting lower and lower, and then coming back up. Then when you start feeling good, you can progress that within a week or so to body weight ones, and you can work your depth on that. I do recommend that those are just great exercises in and of themselves, which will help prevent ankle injuries. Next, you can do a lateral lunge or a side-to-side or a Cossack kind of lunge, whereas I'm just going to take a step and then shift and then come back to the center. I'm not really lined up well for this for the sake of the video, but what I'm doing is I'm keeping the foot flat and then coming across. The flat foot allows me to train the lateral aspect of the lunge. So sometimes the foot and ankle roll in weird ways. Might be good forward and back, but when you go to the side, there might be a lot of pressure. So I want to make sure that I roll both directions, and also I'm getting that step and push off a little bit assisted. When you get better, then you can take it away and then work your lateral lunges, and then you can add weight as you're going along. Next, we're going to work eccentric step downs. I'm a big fan of these, and I put them into a lot of programs for preventative purposes. It also strengthens the knees and ankles. I'm on a 6-inch box here. You don't need to go crazy with it. In fact, one way to progress is to go a little bit higher. Also depends on your height, etc. But to start out, be successful, start low, work your way up. You can do them supported, which I can hold on, toe up. I'm going to keep alignment. I'm going to shift my ankle forward as I drop my heel, tap, and then come up. Tap and then come up. As I get better, I will take this hand away, drop down, and then come up. So I'm working this ankle on the box. Again, I'm keeping my full foot down, not letting the toe roll out, and then coming back up, and obviously I do the other side on that one. You can also step forward with them. The stepping forward will allow for a little more ankle dorsiflexion forward, tapping and coming down. As you can see, these are great knee builders too. So I'm tapping down, coming back up. Again, you can do them supported or unsupported. Lastly, we want to add a little bit of dynamic movement to it to make sure we're okay, because dynamic movement causes the force to go up on our bodies, and we want to see if the integrity of the ankle will be able to handle that so we can return back to sports. But we just can't go back and sprint right away or jump right away. We need to be progressive about it, just like everything else. TRX, again, is a great way to progress dynamic movement. You can also use a bar or even hold on to something. So what I'm going to show is a 2-foot hop. So all I'm going to do is hop, and as I go, I can get a little bit higher. And the 2-foot allows me to have my non-injured side be a part of it so I can take a little bit of weight off. If I feel I'm jumping pretty well, quick, high, and I'm not feeling anything, you can progress to the 1-foot version of it. And then you can start progressing to the laterals and then the single laterals. After that, you can progress to jump rope, you can progress back to more intensified running, jumping, and all those things. So I hope this video helped you out if you rolled your ankle minorly and you want to get back to doing what you like. Give these exercises a chance, give yourself a few weeks, and you should be back to playing basketball, etc. in no time. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please like it down below. Also consider subscribing, as I try to put a new video out every week to help you guys out. If you have any questions or something you want to see in a future video to help you out, please put it down in the comments as well, and I'll do my best to make a video. It gives me good topics and it gives me food for thought, and it's a way to help you guys out with your training. Thanks again, and we'll see you soon.